My girlfriend said during an argument that he was more important to her than I was, and that I made her feel unsafe. It hurt me, but I said nothing and quietly walked out of her life. Then one evening out of nowhere there was a soft knock at my gate. I opened it and saw her sister standing there holding something in her hand. What she showed me that night changed everything I thought I knew. I am Daniel, 31, and I run a small but successful carpentry business in Portland. Nothing fancy, custom furniture, home renovations. I have always been the kind of guy who keeps his head down, works hard, and believes in honesty. Maybe that is why what happened hit me so hard. I had been with Lauren for almost 3 years. We balanced each other out, or so I thought. She worked in marketing, loved her job, loved the creative chaos of it all. I was ready to build a life with her. I had started saving for a down payment, cutting back on expenses, doing extra jobs on weekends. But there was always this guy. His name was Troy. They worked together at some marketing firm downtown and she talked about him constantly. Troy said this. Troy thinks that. Troy came up with the best campaign idea today. At first I did not mind. I told myself I wasn't the jealous type. I trusted her. That was my first mistake. It started unraveling on a Tuesday night in late September. We were supposed to have dinner at my place. Nothing special, just pasta and wine. She showed up an hour late, barely apologized, and spent most of the meal on her phone. I could see her texting, smiling at her screen, completely checked out of our conversation. I finally asked her what was going on. "It is work stuff," she said, not looking up. "Work stuff with Troy?" I asked, keeping my voice steady. She looked at me, then annoyed. Her face changed like I had just insulted her. "Why do you always do this?" "Do what?" "Act like I am doing something wrong. Troy is my friend Daniel, that is it. We work together. God, you are so paranoid sometimes." This is called gaslighting, making me doubt my own perception of reality to cover up her behavior. I wanted to believe her, so I dropped it. 2 weeks later, I found out she had been lying. It was a Saturday afternoon. I had gone to her apartment to surprise her with coffee. I had a key. When I walked in, I heard voices coming from the living room, laughing. Low, intimate. I froze in the doorway. I walked in and saw them on the couch. Not kissing, not touching. Just sitting too close, her hand on his knee, both of them looking at something on his laptop. The energy in the room felt wrong, too comfortable. They jumped when they saw me. "Daniel," Lauren stood up fast, her face flushing red. "I did not know you were coming over." Clearly. I looked at Troy. He had the decency to look uncomfortable, closing the laptop quickly. "Hey man," he said, "we were just finishing up some project stuff." "On a Saturday," I said flatly. "Yeah, deadline Monday," Lauren said quickly, too quickly. I set the coffee on the counter. My hands were shaking. "I will leave you to it." "Daniel, do not be like that." But I was already walking out. Update 1. The breakup. She called me that night. I did not answer. She texted, "Can we please talk? You are overreacting." Nothing happened. I finally called her back the next morning. "What is going on, Lauren? And do not lie to me." "Nothing is going on. Troy and I are friends. You are being paranoid, and honestly it is exhausting." "Then, why does it feel like I am the third wheel in my own relationship?" "Because you make yourself feel that way." "God, Daniel, not everything is about you." That stung, but I pushed forward. "Do you have feelings for him?" Silence. Long, heavy silence. "Lauren, I do not know, okay? I do not know, he gets me in ways you do not." My chest tightened. "What does that mean?" "It means you are always so serious, so cautious. Troy is fun. He takes risks. He makes me feel alive. He doesn't question every little thing I do." We fought for another 20 minutes. It went in circles. Finally, she said something I will never forget. "You know what? Maybe he is more important to me than you are. Maybe that is the truth you cannot handle. And honestly, Daniel, the way you are talking to me right now, you are making me feel unsafe." Unsafe. I wasn't yelling. I wasn't threatening her. I was just asking for honesty. But that word, unsafe, it was like a door slamming shut. This is a weapon used in DARVO, deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. She was setting the stage to make me the villain. I didn't say anything else. I just hung up. Then I blocked her number, blocked her on Instagram, Facebook, everything, and walked out of her life. I thought that was it. I thought I was done. For 3 weeks I heard nothing. I threw myself into work. Then on November 8th around 8 p.m. there was a knock at my gate. I opened it and found Lauren's younger sister Amber standing there. She was 26, worked as a nurse. We had always gotten along, but she looked shaken now. Her eyes were red and puffy like she had been crying for hours. "Amber, what is wrong? Are you okay?" She held up her phone with a trembling hand. "I need to show you something. Can I come in?" Update 2. The evidence. We sat in my living room. She was trembling. "I found these on Lauren's laptop," she said finally. "I wasn't snooping, I swear. She asked me to grab a file for her, and when I opened her messages, I saw her chat with Troy." She handed me the phone. It was a screenshot of a text conversation. My stomach dropped as I started reading. "Troy, when are you going to tell him?" "Lauren, I do not know. He is so clingy. It is exhausting. Every time I try to have space, he makes it this big thing." "Troy, you said you would break up with him weeks ago. What are you waiting for?" "Lauren, I know. I just need to figure out the money situation first." Money situation. I felt cold. I scrolled down. "Troy, how much does he have in savings again?" "Lauren, around 40,000. He has been saving for the down payment on that house. He is so proud of it, talks about it constantly. It is honestly pathetic." "Troy, perfect. Once you get access to it, you can leave. We will go to Cabo like we planned." My hands went cold. My vision blurred. I kept scrolling. Each message worse than the last. "Lauren, I hate lying to him, but he is so boring. So predictable. I cannot do this anymore. He wants to stay in Portland forever, build furniture, live this small life. That is not what I want. Troy, just stick to the plan. Get the money, then we are out. You deserve better than some carpenter who cannot even afford a real vacation." I looked up at Amber. She was crying again. "There is more," she whispered. "She has been telling people you are controlling, that you have been emotionally abusive, that you won't leave her alone even after she broke up with you. She is building a case so if you fight back, no one will believe you. This is called a smear campaign. Destroying the victim is reputation preemptively so they have no support system. I heard her on the phone with Troy 3 days ago. They are planning something." I felt sick, physically sick. "Planning what?" "I do not know exactly, but she mentioned a restraining order. She said it would scare you into compliance." Those were her exact words. "Why are you telling me this?" I asked. "Because you are a good person, Daniel, and my sister has turned into someone I do not recognize. She is planning to file a fake restraining order to scare you into giving her money. She told Troy that last night. I was in the next room. I heard everything." I sat back trying to process. "A restraining order for what?" "She is going to say you have been stalking her, threatening her, showing up at her apartment. She knows how it sounds. Big guy, quiet type, won't leave her alone. She is counting on people believing her. She even practiced crying on the phone with Troy. I heard her rehearsing what she would say to the police." My heart was pounding. "I haven't contacted her once since we broke up. Not once. I blocked her on everything." "I know. That is why I am here. You need to protect yourself. She is dangerous, Daniel, and she is desperate." Update 3. The strategy. The next morning I went to a lawyer. His name was Greg, an old college buddy. I showed him the screenshots Amber had sent me. "This is premeditation," he said, jaw tight. "She is committing fraud, possibly extortion if she tries to blackmail you. This is serious, Daniel." "What do I do?" "Document everything. Every single thing. Do not contact her under any circumstances. If she files a restraining order, we will fight it with this evidence. How much access does she have to your finances?" "She knows my bank. We talked about joint accounts once, but we never set them up." "Good. Move your money today. Open a new account at a different bank. Do not tell anyone where. Change your locks if she has a key. Install cameras if you do not have them already." That afternoon, I moved my savings into a separate account at a credit union across town. I changed my locks, installed cameras around my property. and kept a detailed log of everywhere I went. I felt paranoid, but Greg said it was necessary. If you think I was right to secure my money and install cameras immediately, hit the subscribe button. We talk about self-protection and boundaries here on Story Sparks. 2 days later, Lauren texted me from a number I didn't recognize. "Lauren, we need to talk. I made a mistake. I miss you. Can we please just talk? I know I hurt you." I didn't respond. I screenshotted it, sent it to Greg, and blocked the number. An hour later, another text from a different number. "Lauren, I know you are angry, but I am scared. Troy isn't who I thought he was. He has been using me. Please, Daniel, I need help. I need you." I still didn't respond. Then she called from yet another number. I didn't answer. She left a voicemail. Against my better judgment, I listened to it. "Daniel, please, I messed up. I messed up so bad, Troy. He has been manipulating me. He convinced me to say those things about you, to plan all that stuff. I didn't mean any of it. I need money to get away from him. Just $5,000. I will pay you back, I promise. I am begging you. You are the only person who ever really cared about me." Her voice was shaking, crying, desperate. For a second, just a second, I almost believed her. Almost. Then I remembered the texts, the words she had written when she thought no one was watching. "He is so boring. It is pathetic." I sent the voicemail to Greg, then deleted it. The next day, she showed up at my house. I was in my workshop when I got the notification on my phone. I watched her through the camera as she banged on my gate, crying, yelling my name. She looked genuinely distraught. "Daniel, please. I know you are home. Your truck is here. Please just talk to me. I am so sorry. I will do anything." I didn't open it. I sat there watching on my phone, my heart pounding, forcing myself not to move. After 10 minutes, she left. She sat in her car for another 20, just staring at my gate before finally driving away. That night, Amber called me. "She knows I told you," she said, voice shaking. "She went through my phone. She saw the messages I sent you. She is furious. She said I betrayed her, that I ruined everything. She kicked me out of the apartment we share." "I am so sorry, Amber." "Do not be sorry. I am glad I told you. But Daniel, be careful. She is desperate. And desperate people do stupid things." Final update. The reckoning. It all came to a head on November 22nd. I got a call from Greg around 10 a.m. "She filed the restraining order," he said. "Court hearing is tomorrow at 2 p.m. But here is the thing. Troy filed a police report against her this morning." "What?" "Apparently she stole $8,000 from his account, transferred it while he was asleep. Thought he wouldn't notice. He is pressing charges. And when the cops questioned her this morning, she tried to blame you. Said you manipulated her into it. That you were controlling her finances, making her do things against her will." I laughed. I couldn't help it, the absurdity of it all. "She does not give up, does she?" "No, but she is done. The cops have the bank records. They know when the transfer happened. Your alibi is solid. You were at a job site in Beaverton all day with 3 witnesses. She is cooked." The court hearing was fast. I brought the screenshots, the timeline, the voicemails, everything. Lauren showed up with a lawyer, someone she had clearly hired last minute. She looked terrible, exhausted, desperate, but the moment the judge saw the evidence, the texts, the planning, Troy's police report, the bank records showing she had stolen from him, it was over. Her restraining order was denied. The judge warned her that filing false claims could result in criminal charges and a countersuit for defamation. Her lawyer looked mortified. She left the courthouse in tears, stumbling, barely able to walk. I didn't feel victorious. I just felt tired. A week later, Amber told me Lauren had moved back in with their parents in Seattle. She had lost her job, fired for the theft and the drama. Troy wanted nothing to do with her, had blocked her on everything, was considering a civil suit. Her reputation in the Portland marketing scene was destroyed. As for me, I sold 2 custom dining tables that week, got a new commission for a home office build, and started going to the gym again. I even went on a date. Nothing serious, just coffee with a woman I met at a hardware store. It felt good to be myself again. Some nights I still think about Lauren, Not with anger, but with something close to pity. She wanted excitement. Money, a life that looked good from the outside. She wanted shortcuts, easy paths, other people's savings. Instead, she got nothing, lost everything. Amber and I still talk sometimes. She is doing better, found her own apartment, cut Lauren out of her life completely. We grabbed coffee last week and she thanked me again for not shutting her out. I do not know if I believe in karma, but I do know this. You cannot build a life on lies. Eventually, it all comes down. Eventually, the truth catches up. Edit 1. A few people asked if I ever heard from Lauren again. She tried to friend me on social media about 3 months later under a fake name, Sarah Mitchell, with a profile picture of a sunset. I recognized her email and the URL. Blocked immediately. Edit 2. Troy apparently moved to California. San Diego, I think. Good riddance to both of them. Edit 3. I am doing fine now. Better than fine, actually. My business is thriving. I am working on a custom entertainment center for a client is home theater. Sometimes walking away is the only way to save yourself. Thanks for watching.